Hello and welcome to Cherry Hills. We are stood in front of our very dirty looking big Bud 747 because we're about to seed field 10. So we're all set up actually and ready to go. So let's get in that tractor and get started. So here we are bottom of field 10. We need big guy is lowered. We will go forward, turn on the seeder, and boom, let's go forward. So we are doing our headlands, which is pretty much the straightforward standard part to this. Effectively, we need to frame our field essentially. This is field 10. It's got a couple of niggly bits to it. It is a must that this field is properly headlanded because the big equipment like the seeder and the cultivator we have literally just cannot deal with the verges and the tree lines, and on the top of the field can't contend with the cliff. So essentially we have to frame the field appropriately. Now I actually figured out, and I've been doing this for a little while on this field, and I've always done it a different way. It's always started in this far corner where the combine is. However, I just realized that if I started where we just started now, I actually can use the worker to do the down leg on the return, and it will actually then start to do the vertical strokes as normal. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but literally what I've had to do in the past is do the full square, complete the square, then restart, and effectively we should be able to actually forego that if we do it this way around. I could have done it the other way around. It actually, well, you know, if we start at the top of the field, essentially doing the horizontal stroke in this way enables me to do essentially shortcut things. So I'm kind of going to hopefully get enough before this decides to completely go nuts. I want to get enough vertical. And then I'm going to reset GPS mod and get this over to the left a little bit. We are, don't mind seeder just kind of doing a little odd bit on the corner there because it isn't a square corner, so I'm just going to move this tad over. I'm a little bit more on the verge. There we are. So yeah, we are doing the relevant bits. The cool thing about this seeder, as you just saw there, we just saw the far right as we look at this lift, and that's because of a weirdness in the field. The great thing about this seeder is all the panels of the seeder are kind of articulated, so if the ground is uneven, it actually shapes to the ground. We've had this issue with a couple of other seeders and cultivators and so on, where they're not articulated in this way, and when they get uneven ground or kind of angled ground, they miss essentially, and effectively you get this piece of unseeded or uncultivated or unploughed ground. What that has just done there is actually just solved, kind of resolved a little problem that we have actually on that field, that part of the field, where a normal shorter, narrower cultivator or seed or whatever would literally fail to seed on that section. And we have had that when we were using the smaller seeders. So plan of action for this kind of part of the field is we literally go to the top, do the top headland. The top headland, it's not straight, so we kind of got to curve a little bit, but we'll be fine. And then when we'll come down the downward leg, that one's going to be tricky because I've got to work out actually the best bit. We're either getting a bit of a lag spike there as we load. It'll stutter. We are running quite nicely here. So this is this kind of the cool thing about this cedar. It is literally a really nice piece of kit. It's definitely the best piece of kit I think in the whole Big Bad pack, even better than the tractors. You need the tractor to pull it, but it is definitely a awesome piece of kit. I do like it a lot, and literally I've done this is probably like the third or fourth time I've used this in this way, to doing the headlands on the fields without actually having to fill it. So it's pretty cool. I've actually just realised I've put spelt on this field and I don't actually want it. It's fine. I just got to remember to change the seed type when we do field 5. Oh well. Yeah, it's fine. We have 2 fields with spelt on them. It's great. I'm not reseeding this field to redo it. So we started. We're going to finish. I literally just completely forgot to change the seed type. Oh dear. This is not the first time I've done that. In fact, it's not the first time I've done that on this Let's Play series either. So we're coming up to the end of this field. Let's lift up. I'm going to reverse a little bit. I'm going to make a turn. So we're going to do the reset. So the trick to doing this is we let GPS mod do the driving, but we tweak the actual edge of the field as the field curls at the top. So we will need to bring up the menu. So apologies for the big blob of vehicle group switch it in the middle, but as we go along we will be tweaking this course setting to account for this section of the field that basically curls inwards. So as we kind of hit it here, we kind of reset it down and we've curved some reason. Whoa, what happened there? Now that was bizarre. That was truly weird. I don't know why the tractor decided to head down towards the cliff, but I had a suicidal thought, I guess. So we'll head down to this point. and stop, lift, and we'll back up. Now, this is where we get creative. Now, I kind of want to have this as far to the left as I can, and we'll just back this up a little bit. Let's lower this and head forward. Whoa, we've got massive lag spike there. Wow, okay, we should be fine. I am going to just keep us going, and then once we get past this bit, we should be okay for the next bit. I am going to babysit this essentially all the way down, so I've kind of just realised when we kind of get further down the field, there's another little section like this, and I want to make sure we get past that without stopping, and then I can turn on the helper, and that will finish off the last bit of the field, and obviously then we'll do the turns and everything else. But in essence, we're kind of compensating really for the shape of the field. One of the smart things would have been to do is actually to plough that bit out that we just passed over. That would have actually been a good idea. I might do that next time I plough the field. When I do the headland that goes down there, I'll plough that out. So at the bottom of here, you can just see the top of this little rise on the left. That is, I think, the next spot where we've got a kind of part of the field coming, part of the grass verge coming into the field. So that is the next kind of point for us to sort of work with. So we will basically keep going. There is a lot of this field that doesn't get kind of cultivated or used. It's kind of unfortunate, but to be honest, it really doesn't make much difference in yield and everything else. I think, you know, it is kind of a small bit. I think we kind of mentioned previously how this idea of letting parts of the field go fallow would be kind of cool, but literally it's just become grass is over naturally. That would be really not a neat little trick. I want to get this field done in this game day. So I do want to get this kind of done. Actually, we're probably not as far across as I thought we were. That is a shame. Right, let's see what the helper makes of this. I'm going to let the helper take over now. I actually thought we were further across, but we hopefully will turn right at the bottom here. I'm hoping it does. If it turns left, I'm going to have to reset him. Moment of truth. Yay. Helper goes the right way. Result. The number of times on field 1 I've had helpers go the wrong way, it's absolutely astonishing. Okay, so we let this guy get on with his work. We actually do need to pop down to the sheep because the sheep need some wool taking off their hands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy. I am going to just drive forward a little bit. Don't know why I did that. We have so much lag. I don't know if this is the server or the game. We do have a lot of things on the map, i.e. there is a lot of wood on the map. I think that's creating lag. This is obviously a multiplayer server, so we are beholden to dealing with the server. What I'm going to do is I am going to wow, that is super laggy. Damn it! It took the wrong one. Oh my god! I was aiming for the one on the corner, and it decided it wanted to take the one literally next to it. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. All this wood we will take up. Sorry, not wood. Wool. We will take up to the new spinnery a little later, maybe this episode, I'm not sure. We'll take it at some point soon. Let's say we're collecting quite a bit of wool at the moment. I'm going to pop him here. I do find that sometimes when I park too close to that, it basically stops it working. I'm just checking out because it looks like it's, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we purchased a new thing yesterday, and when we were doing our last episode, and I am going to test it out, assuming I can move. We do seem to have quite a bit of lag. So this is the guy. This is this mower. It's an odd little mower. Basically, it has a trailer built in and a straightforward mower attachment at the front. I'm not sure what the width is. We might get an idea from GPS mod. I think it's only 6 meters. Yeah, it's only 6 meters, but essentially you just set this off. I don't think it actually works with a helper. But essentially this guy just picks up the grass as it goes along. would be potentially great for doing verges and all that kind of stuff. So this kind of weird articulation in the trailers. That is kind of odd. It's got crab wheels, which they all go in odd directions. I have really no idea why it kind of does it like that. It just it feels weird. So we're going to test this out. So we purchased this yesterday. To be fair, I did tweak the mod when I basically loaded it up, and I will basically just because I felt that it's a mower, and where is mowers? So it is this guy here. It's the Krone Big-L500 Pro. The original price was 5k, so I actually made it 150k, kind of bring it in line to this. The mod is by Eagle355 as the modder. I'm not sure where this originates from. I don't even know if it's real. I'm not even 100% sure it's real. However, I do believe it was a Farming Sim 15 mod, which has been updated. Basically, it picks up grass, has a top speed of 36 miles an hour, a 200,000 litre capacity, 1,300 litres of fuel, costs you $276 per day to run it. According to this, it says a 5 metre working width, but I think it's 6, and a working speed of 40 miles an hour, which is actually faster than the actual top speed of the vehicle, weirdly enough. There are no options on this, and I think, but I am not 100% sure, it will not work with a helper. So how does it work? Well, basically, let's just pop ourselves on this field. I'm gonna sort of set this up with a turn. I'm going to turn right. I think basically it doesn't really matter how we basically do this. So the mower unit, you lower it, essentially you turn the sucker on, and as it cuts, it picks up the grass. Straightforward, really. And it is picking up the grass as it rolls along. It is pretty quick, and actually too quick for GPS mod, as you can see. Way too quick for GPS mod. So we need to slow it down. So GPS mod has this issue where basically as you go quickly, it will start to do annoying things like that. So what I need to do is cruise speed. I have to lower that so it basically doesn't do crazy crap. I think we might be fine with 14 miles an hour. I think the mower's still on. Yeah, the mower's still on. So this should fair. We are actually I don't even know if we're actually on the field yet, because of the nature. It's grass. You don't see if you're on the field. You can see we went completely nuts there. That's basically the kind of the nature of the way thing. It seems to have a bit of an offset to the cut, because there's actually grass being left on the left hand side, where it's picking up a little bit more on the right. So this 5 meter cut that it's basically kind of mentioned could actually be the case, because it looks like there's a meter or so of it being left on the so yeah, there is definitely, yeah, there's definitely grass being left because of the width. I don't know. I've just changed the working width, made it a little bit smaller, and I've set the offset as well, so it actually kind of cuts a little bit more evenly. I think we're on the end of the field, so I'm not sure. Literally with this, we don't even have to worry really about we don't really have to worry so much about making sure you are lifting or whatever. When we do the arrangement with the Big M and the tow trailer, for instance, when you hit the ends, you have the turn, and the turn basically means that you will kind of lose some grass, because the pickup on the forest trailer can't cope with the turn. And then when you kind of bring up I don't know if this actually picks up what was there already. No, it doesn't. So this is actually kind of intriguing how this turns. So that grass has essentially been left over from whenever it was we last cut, and actually it's kind of been there a while. Some of this has been there an awful long while and has actually turned to hay naturally. We're only going to do 200k of grass, and that's basically all I want. We just want this grass for feed, so it's going to go into the. Okay, that has just turned us around. I think it's because we've actually hit the end of the field, by a natural end of the field. This is going to be intriguing if we just let this go, what it does, because this is on the kind of turn based on the field edges. We're actually on the field now, on the field proper. So when this hits the edge up here, it should turn. The question is, how much is it losing? It's literally lost 2 rows, but we are 150k in, so we do have a lot of this field, so a lot of grass. This, will it go further than this turn here, is the big question. Because this seemed to be an odd spot. Yeah, it is going further, and it will turn. Hoping it will turn. It was kind of weird, that. I actually didn't think it was going to make the turn until the very last second, right on the tree line. Effectively, one more trip. I mean, we really haven't touched this field that much, and we've got nearly 200k of grass. If we did this properly, we'd probably get closer to 400k. But this might actually not make the another turn. Yeah, this is just really, we're just testing this one out, to be fair. Actually, that's going to go that way. Oh, that's handy. That's actually decided to do cut of. Okay, so what happens if we fell out? Okay, so actually when it fills up, it seems to leave it on the ground, interestingly. So I'm just going to fold this up. What we can do is take it whilst we're folding. Let's have a look inside. So it looks like pretty much a standard Krone cab. We've got what appears to be a cooler down there. We've got our steering wheel, obviously. We've got a little computer with all the gubbins in there. That screen there doesn't appear to do much. We look round to the back, we've got a nice comfy seat. That is a big armchair, isn't it? And then we've got the kind of limited view that you get between the mowers. Nothing really much on there. Yeah, so that is basically the inside of this rather odd looking Krone beastie. It kind of made short work of this field. It is an odd little thing. It moves funnily. The trailer looks weird. It doesn't look like a normal Krone trailer, like the pickup trailer we normally use. It kind of looks a little bit sturdier, a little bit wider and shorter. It's definitely a little bit different. Now, the $1 million question is, will it go through the silo? When we have the other mowers don't do it so easily. This one, however, does. And we can unload like so. So this mower is really good if you are literally just wanting to get a single load. If you are doing kind of a big field, a lot of grass, where you can have hundreds of thousands of litres, more than one load effectively of the trailer, it doesn't work so well. This works well because if you just want to do one quick load and you fill the sucker up, no matter where you are, say doing field edges, odd shaped fields, just you want a little bit of essentially quick grass, it is perfect. It is, I say, not the most ideal vehicle. See, that's the side of the other trailer. It's not ideal for anything else. So for that kind of task, if you're doing a field edge, you want some quick grass, if I needed some quick grass for silage or feed, this is perfect. You just rush around, fill the back up. You can even drop it off from this into the animals, for instance. So really useful on that front. Because it's a single vehicle as well as non-this articulation, gubbins going on, so you can quite easily reverse into places, drop stuff off. It's only good for cut grass. I won't do anything else, but it will give you, and I'm actually going to finish up with them both in view. I'm going to, actually, yes, we'll do that. So kind of, so you can see the ZX450 alongside the other trailer. So it is a very useful piece of kit. Again, not sure how real it is and realistic. I'd have to do a bit of Googling to find that one out. but it does serve a kind of useful purpose. That one-off grass use, I think I am going to definitely use this on the American Outback map, because it is really good, I think, for doing those couple of fields just to the south of the farm that we use for grass. It would be perfect for those, because those are really tight to get a trail around and everything else, and this is perfect for that. It would be great for just zipping around those fields and cutting and picking up grass all at the same time. So I think I'm going to purchase one for that map. On this map, I think it's going to be useful for that small field that we just did, in the same way we just used this. But up on field 6, for instance, where we use for the PGA, the approach we have with big mower is much more suited for that, because we have a lot of grass to pick up, and we'd just be going back and forth and restarting with this constantly, because there's no way to unload this in the field. So with that, thank you for watching. Hope this video was useful for you. I say little review, a little bit of field work. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this series and our American Outback series and our map reviews and our Gold Crest Drag series, which we'll have some new videos of in the next week or so. And also I may be doing another mini series, which will be, I think, might be Mountain Valley Farms map with Seasons mod. So that will not be on a multiplayer server, it will be just local, and I will basically run that with course play and the stuff. With that, thank you all for watching, and have a great day, and see you next time. Goodbye.